Today, I want to tell you the story of a man named Lai, who rescued a dog on his way home. He was riding his motorcycle, heading back after a long day, when he noticed something strange. There was a dog, running behind him. At first, he thought it would stop, but it didn't. It kept chasing him, step after step, refusing to give up. What would you do in that moment? Honestly, I think I would have been scared. I probably would have driven faster. But this man didn't. Instead of speeding away, he slowly pulled over. And he stopped. The dog stood there, panting, exhausted, but its eyes never left him, as if it had chosen him. That single decision, to stop instead of run, changed everything. Because sometimes, a life is saved by one small moment of courage. After stopping his motorcycle, he thought the dog would finally calm down, but she didn't. Instead, she slowly turned around, took a few steps, then stopped, and looked back at him. Not just a glance, it was a plea. Her eyes weren't angry, they weren't wild, they were desperate. As if she was saying, "Please, follow me." Would you have followed? Would you risk walking into the unknown for a stray animal? Most people wouldn't. But Lai did. Without a word, he turned off his engine. The world suddenly felt quiet. He pushed his motorcycle aside and followed her. The dog walked faster now. Every few steps, she turned around, making sure he was still there, as if she was afraid he might disappear. They left the main road. The noise faded. They walked down a narrow dirt path toward an abandoned corner of land. And then, he saw them, under a broken wall, huddled together in the dust. Tiny puppies, so small, so fragile, some barely moving. In that instant, his heart dropped. She hadn't been chasing him, she had been begging for help for her babies. Some of the puppies looked okay, weak but alive. But others, one's eye was swollen shut, covered in infection. Another's tiny head trembled, unable to lift itself. Their bodies shook from weakness. The mother stood beside them, not barking, not aggressive, just watching him, waiting, trusting. Lai slowly knelt down. His hands trembled slightly as he checked each puppy. This wasn't just a stray dog. This was a mother who had chosen him as her last hope. He took a deep breath, because now, walking away was no longer an option. Lai didn't think twice. The moment he saw the puppies trembling on the cold ground, something inside him shifted. Most people would hesitate. Most people would calculate. Is it safe? Is it my responsibility? What if something goes wrong? But Lai didn't ask any of those questions. Without a word, he removed his jacket. The air was cold. The ground was dirty. But he didn't care. He gently wrapped the tiny puppies inside his clothes, one by one. Their bodies were so small, so fragile, they barely made a sound. And yet, their tiny hearts were still fighting. I don't know if I could have done that. I might have frozen. I might have doubted. But Lai didn't. He didn't see inconvenience. He didn't see burden. He saw lives. Lives that had trusted him enough to call him there. The mother dog stood beside him, watching, not barking, not afraid, as if she knew. Her babies were finally safe. Lai held them close to his chest, trying to warm them with his own body heat. At that moment, he wasn't just a passerby anymore. He had made a choice. And sometimes, a single choice draws a line between walking away and becoming someone's miracle. That day, Lai chose to become their miracle. Lai didn't waste a single second. With the mother dog walking beside him, he carefully placed the puppies inside his jacket and rushed them to the nearest animal hospital. The ride felt longer than ever. Every small whimper felt like a ticking clock. When they finally arrived, the medical staff quickly took the puppies inside. the room filled with urgency. Lai stood there, holding the mother dog close, as she trembled silently, not barking, not resisting, just waiting. Minutes felt like hours. After examining them, the veterinarian walked toward Lai. "The puppies have skin infections," the doctor said gently. "They've been exposed to harsh conditions." Lai's heart tightened. But then, "The good news is, it's treatable." A breath he didn't know he was holding finally escaped. "But," the doctor looked toward the mother dog, "she is severely malnourished." She gave everything to them. The puppies, despite their infections, were relatively stable, because their mother had fed them again and again, even when her own body was slowly starving. The doctor explained that the mother had sacrificed her nutrition to keep her babies alive. She chose hunger so they wouldn't have to. Lai looked down at her. Her ribs were visible, her body thin and weak, yet her eyes, still gentle, still calm, as if she had no regrets. In that moment, Lai understood something deeper. This wasn't just a rescue story. This was a story about a mother's love. A love so powerful that it survives pain. A love so selfless that it chooses sacrifice. The puppies would recover. With treatment, their infections would heal. But the mother, she had already proven what real strength looks like. Lai softly whispered, "You don't have to fight alone anymore." And for the first time, the mother dog closed her eyes, as if she finally felt safe. Was taking them home. Some people might was taking them home. Some people might have needed time to calculate the cost, time to think about the responsibility, time to wonder if their life would change too much. And it would. Because rescuing a life doesn't end at the hospital door. It begins there. But Lai later said something remarkable. The moment he chose to pick them up from that cold ground, he had already decided. He wasn't just saving them for a day. He was saving them for life. That is not an easy decision. It means sleepless nights, medical bills, time, patience. It means rearranging your world for someone who cannot even say thank you. And yet, he did it without hesitation. He gently carried the mother dog and her babies into his home. For the first time, they had warmth that wasn't borrowed from survival. They had safety that wasn't temporary. And then, he gave them names. Because when you give someone a name, you give them belonging. They met in January, in the coldest season. So he named the mother dog Winter, strong, quiet, enduring. The puppies became Snow, Winter Jr., Breeze, and Frost. Names inspired by the season that almost took them, but instead brought them together. Now they were no longer a stray dog and her puppies. They were a family. And because of one man's courage, their story didn't end on a freezing roadside. It began in a warm home. Rescuing one life does not change the entire world, but for that one life, the entire world changes. Today, we thank Lai for choosing courage over convenience, for choosing compassion over comfort. And if you believe that Winter, Snow, Breeze, and their family deserve a future filled with love, leave a comment below to send them your encouragement. Because sometimes, hope grows stronger when it is shared.